Well, another horror film series will be ready to drop as soon as we can get more info on this situation. But for right now, y'all, yes, this is true. Texas Chainsaw Massacre will be having a television series. So let's read upon the additional details of the information regarding the Texas Chainsaw TV series. All right. Now, films Dokasick, whatever, Instagram page, reported that a TV series based on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is already in development at A24, and that the production companies acquired the adaptation rights to the franchise. And in addition to the TV series, a new film produced and possibly starred by Glenn Powell is also in production. The projects will have the same team involved, except for JT Molina, Strange Darling, who will only be in charge of directing the series. It has not yet been confirmed whether the film will be released directly on Netflix. As previously reported by Deadline, the possible title for the movie or the series is Texas Chainsaw Legacy. More updates coming soon. So yes, y'all, they will be doing a TV series, and we already reported that and I already made a video about the Friday 13th. In November, I think sometime they will be releasing a television series for that as well. So these horror movies is now, changing and going into the TV series routes. I wonder what's up with that. You know what I mean? Like, is the budget not big enough in order for them to make movies anymore for these horror franchises? Or is it just that they just want to just so happen to just go another route? And they just want to go another route, or if they're just trying to save money, I get it, because we are now in a situation now as where, like, we in a economy right now that is suddenly just failing. I mean, people are losing jobs, and you already see what's going on with TSAs and airports with them not being paid. So it's like a lot of things are rightfully going bad. So, I mean, I feel like in other cases, like when it comes down to films and production, I ain't mad at them if they want to save some money. Like, save your money. So if you want to make TV series and save up on the budget, you will be saving more money versus if you want to put a movie out. I'm with it. Because that's smart. That's a smart way of thinking when it comes down to, horror films. So it's like, if this TV series don't do successful, it'll be okay, because, I mean, how much money that you put towards the budget for this television series versus how much money you'll be putting to the budget for this movie. If y'all have the movie budget, let's just say if that don't go right, if that fails as far as like movie wise, if they wanted to if they had a movie budget, they will be losing a whole lot more money versus what they'll be losing if they'll put out a TV series with that budget within the TV series frame. So you got to think about how much money would they be saving if they choosing to go into the TV series route versus how much money they probably ain't got to even do a movie budget versus how much money if they do have a movie budget, but they're saving to do a TV series. So it's kind of like, I'm gonna just take it upon as if they saving, so they just trying to see what the success from the TV series, like, will it be a success. If it was a success for the TV series, we just have to wait and see with that, because Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like, the movie was okay. Like, it was okay. And I want to say great. It's not what a Michael Myers Halloween movie, brought to you. It's not a Scream, not the latest Screams we've been getting, but the earlier Scream movies when it used to be good, like 1, 2, and 1 and 2. Like, we're not saying it's going to be towards that degree, but the last Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I would say that was probably good, was let's look it up, y'all, because I need to make sure that I get the name right. So Texas Chainsaw 3D. That was in 2013. I would say Texas Chainsaw 3D was the last good one. So when you think about just the horror that was brought into that, and you have to think about, like, What did they go from having horror aspects actually feel real in the movie? You know what I mean? A lot of things when it comes down to horror now is like it's kind of cheesy. Like with the Scream thing, latest Screams and all that, like it's kind of cheesy. It's not like believable to the point that it put a horror element into the movies. It's like something is missing. So we missing a lot from that. And Texas Chainsaw used to bring that with, like I said, with Texas Chainsaw 3D, it brought horror element to it that actually made you feel like, scared. Like you don't know what like the suspense would be, when the next scene approached. Like you never know what was gonna come after that. With each scene, like when they brought you the horror, element to it, like within the movie. So like to have a TV series, I feel like it'll be broken down better because it won't feel as if it's rushed as far as like within the horror. But I just don't want them to mess it up like they did with Chucky. Now Chucky was a classic movie, from the 80s, late 80s on to the 90s. But when they brought the series to television, it wasn't scary. It didn't bring no horror element to it. It's like something was lost, something was missing. And that's the thing that's kind of scares me a little bit when it comes down to, horror movies, like, going into the television series routes, is that whoever that's producing the television series with the horror films is like, they're not really getting it. They're not really understanding, like, how to bring, scare tactics within the character that's portraying, to bring the scare tactics, to create the horror element, to have the fans at the edge of their seats when they watch it. It's like something is missing, like the chemistry, something is not together like the way it's supposed to be in order to, have that scare feel, like the horror feel. So I just hope Texas Chainsaw bring it because, like I said, like Chucky didn't bring it with the television series. And it talks about Halloween maybe doing a television series thing as well. Like, it just kind of scares me when it goes down to that route because it never seems like as if it goes well. So I could just only hope just the best for it. We'll just, keep you posted, Sensei Reality TV, with more news upon Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Friday the 13th, any of your favorite, classics, horror films going into the television series routes. I'm gonna keep you posted with all that because I feel like the people need to know exactly what they're going to get themselves into before they spend any of their hard-earned money, to either, watching it from an app, on like if it's on Netflix or whichever streaming app, because it seems like within the new road that we going down now, streaming apps and things like that, it seems like that's the route that's kind of like taken away from the movie theaters. And I don't want that to happen because, it's nothing like going out your house to going to the movies and actually, watching something, other than just being at home and watching it. It's like, it's no fun. There's no excitement within that because you're not moving, you're not going anywhere. So I don't want the streaming to take that much away from the movie theaters. I really don't want the streaming to take anything away from the movie theaters. But for a television series, honestly, it's like it can either go good or bad. It can either go good or worse to bad to worse, however which order you want to put it. We just have to see, man. Because I really don't have no hope. I don't have no hope after seeing what Chucky did with the TV series. I have no hope to seeing, if the Texas Chainsaw TV series would do anything good. So I'm gonna just hope for worst case, like, just thinking like, I don't want to be negative, but it's like, I'm gonna just go in just thinking like, this is not gonna go good. Because if I go in thinking this is not gonna go good, the opposite, it may go well and it may be a success. But it's all depending on who casting. The castings are important too. Like, you got to have characters that you can see, that you can believe. Them being able to act, okay, cool, but do they face make it look like they can be believable to the character that they acting as? Because you can have somebody that look goofy, but if they can act, it ain't gonna really sell because they look goofy. Yeah, you can act, but do what the people believe it. Unless you got a mask on and you can't really see nobody's face, then that's different. But if the cast being casted up on the TV series Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they ain't gonna have no mask, not the killer. We talking about the actual people that's going to be in the movie that's going to be trying to, kill the killer. Those people, would they look believable in order to be like, okay, we can see why they got casted. So everything got to go right. They got to be on point if you're talking about a TV series. But we'll see. Sensei Reality TV. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next one. One love. Peace.